Hi everyone, it's Aisha, Beau here, and today I'm going to walk you through doing your own bikini wax using the Flamingo Pubic Hair Wax Kit. Hello, thank you so much for tuning in today. I'm really excited about today's episode because of the fact that this is something that I have been doing for myself for the past several months. However long we've been in quarantine, I guess for maybe the past like 6 or 7 months, I have been waxing my own vagina. Yes, I never thought that I would utter these words because when it comes to me and pain, my threshold is non-existent, and when I would go and get a Brazilian wax, you know, before vacation and whatnot, I would definitely be excited about the results, but the actual process was a little bit scary for me, a little bit tricky. So that's why when Flamingo reached out to me a few months ago about the launch of their pubic hair wax kit, I was a little nervous, but I was like, you know what, Aisha, you gotta try this, you gotta do this, and if anything, you'll be able to help someone else in the future. So that kind of motivated me to give it a try. And y'all, surprisingly, it was not that bad, and I'm not joking. Like, it really was not that bad. I was really nervous, and obviously it doesn't feel great, but it truly was not bad at all. So much so that I've honestly been going to Target and buying myself these wax kits and doing my own waxes every 2 or 3 weeks, and it's been great. And honestly, every single time I do it, I get so much better. So in today's video, I want to walk you through the proper way to use the Flamingo Pubic Hair Wax Kit and how to achieve a wax that makes you feel good and confident as well. So stay tuned. We're going to go through step by step. I'm going to talk to you about what the Pubic Hair Wax Kit entails, how exactly to use the specific wax strips, and show you myself giving myself a wax. I'm not going to show you my vagina, but I will show you my reaction so that you can see that it truly ain't so bad, because I am on my little getaway right now and we have a hot tub and I want to put on a bikini for the first time this entire summer, and so I gotta get the girls together, you know what I'm saying, gotta get these hairs together. So anyways, stay tuned, and before we get into this video, be sure that you hit that subscribe button and that bell icon so you know my next video goes live. Alright, let's get into it. So what does the Flamingo Pubic Hair Wax Kit even entail in the first place? Well, the main thing that it has are 3 different sized soft gel wax strips. So it has this long rectangular strip, then it has a nice square strip, and then it also has a long and slim rectangular strip. And each of them is used to make sure that your waxing experience works just for you, and so that you can cover all of your nooks and crannies, because all of our bodies are so different. And the beauty of each of these soft gel wax strips is the fact that they peel off really easily, and that means that there is no hot wax spilling all over you or all over your countertop, your bed, wherever it is you decide to do your waxing. So it is no mess and no fuss. Next that's included in the kit is a full packet of instructions. Okay, I have been doing my waxes for the past several months, but I am still going through every single step for the instructions. So I will be going through that with you shortly, but I want you to know that there are step-by-step instructions. Flamingo does not leave you out here to dry, so that is super helpful. And the last thing that's included in the wax kit are the post-wax cloths, and this again helps to make sure that there is no mess, that your vagina is not super sticky, that your thighs aren't sticking to each other afterwards, and making sure that also the area is soothed, so it reduces any redness, the chance of any ingrown hairs and bumps and whatnot. So it's like a 3-in-1. Before we get into the waxing, I want to give you a few tips. So the first is to make sure that the area you want to wax is completely dry. So give yourself about 10 to 20 minutes outside of the shower before you start waxing. Next, make sure that you start from the outside in. That way you can not only get the cleanest wax possible, but also it minimizes the amount of pain. If you're new to waxing, I suggest starting with the square because it's a lot easier to maneuver and it gets into all the nooks and crannies. Lastly, as you're waxing, make sure that you hold your skin taut so that you're minimizing the amount of pain, also you're getting as much hair as possible. Oh, and also pick the right position for you. We all have different body types, so some positions might work better for others. Maybe kick your leg up, or you can perch. Or maybe you want to lay down and cock that foot in the air. That's right. Do whatever feels most comfortable to you. So personally, I actually like to wax laying down just as if I was in the wax salon. I just feel like it's comfortable, I'm in my element, I can see everything. I have a lot of light when I'm laying down on my bed or any bed for that matter. So it's just a lot better for me. So now that I've upgraded, I actually start from the outside in, but I start with the larger rectangles. I would not recommend starting with the larger rectangles if you're someone who is doing this for the first time. But me, since I've been doing it for a while, the larger rectangles are great because they help make the process go by a lot faster. If you're new to this, I would suggest actually starting from the outside using the smaller squares. Initially, I actually thought that the long skinny ones would be best and easiest for the outside, but the squares actually give the best grip and they can go into a lot more places than I feel like the long skinny one does. And also it gives you a smaller area to test out. So the first thing that I'm going to do is, of course, I'm going to rip the wax strip apart. So I have my long nails right now, so things taking a little bit longer than normal. But all right, so now I'm ripping the wax strip apart. So now we have two wax strips in one. I always like to lay one on my thigh, obviously with the gel up. And then I like to take the other wax strip and now I'm just going to place it down where in the direction that my hair grows. So I'm going to start from the left side so my hair grows in this direction, going inward. So I'm just going to lay it outside. I'm sad I wish you could see, but you know, it's not that kind of channel. So I'm laying it here and now I'm just going to press it down so it's nice and firm and it gets all the hairs. And then what I'm going to do is, I like to spread my leg a little bit wider, and then I'm going to hold my skin taut. So with my left hand, I'm going to be holding my skin nice and tight so it doesn't lift. And with my right hand, I'm going to grasp the end of the waxing strip. And then I'm just going to, boom. There we go. Got one part off. And now I'm actually going to use the same wax strip in the area one more time in case there's any excess wax that can get a few of those little hairs that might be left over there. I'm probably going to go over it again with a new one, but just in case. All right. And there we are. Let's see if I can get you guys a close-up of this. So here is the wax strip with my hair on it. I know it's kind of gross, but whatever, you know, I want to give you all the nitty-gritty details. And there's not as much hair on it because I started really far out, but as I go inward, there's obviously more hair. So I'm just going to continue to do the same process. All right, so now I'm going to take the other half of that first wax strip and I'm just going to do the same thing. I'm going to place it down and I'm going to make sure that I place it in the direction that the hair grows. Press it down firmly so that all the wax can be distributed evenly. Then I'm going to hold my skin nice and taut and rip. There we go. And something that I like to do in between waxing strips is on the side of the waxing strip that doesn't have the wax on it, I like to use that and just sop up any any like excess wax that I have in specific areas, and that just makes it a lot easier when you're cleaning up afterwards, and so that when you're going through, it's not as sticky. Now I'm moving on to my square pieces here so I can get a more specific wax. Now the last part, I'm gonna go in with the post wax cloth. I usually only use one, maybe two at the end of my wax because like I said, I try to go in between and make sure to get that extra wax. So I have it opened up here and it already has some substance on it, and now I'm just gonna go in and I'm just gonna rub down each area. At first I thought that it was just one gentle swipe, but you do have to apply just a little bit of pressure as you wipe off the wax, because wax is super sticky and you want to make sure that you get it off. So apply just a little bit of pressure, and I like to do it in a downward motion where I'm going like this. So it's like, so here, let's see where you can see it. So I like to do it in a downward motion, so it's like this. Right? And that just helps to get rid of all the wax, because I don't want my bathing suit sticking to me afterwards. And voila, we're done. I am waxed up, ready for the jacuzzi. I really hope that you enjoyed that demonstration. I tried to show you as much as I could while keeping it rated PG. So usually whenever I wax using the wax strips, because my hair is really, really thick, I tend to use the entire box, or at least close to it. This time, I guess I did a really good job, because I have 4 strips left over, which I'm very happy about. And I actually probably would have had like a few more strips left over, but I was being very precise, and I wanted to make sure I got every single last hair and every nook and cranny. So that's why I used up quite a few strips. I hope that you found this video to be very, very informative. So the last thing that I want to leave you with is the fact that this kit is not necessarily made for doing a full Brazilian wax. I personally just like to do it to clean up the top of my vagina. So that's the mons pubis area. I like to clean up the entire top area, also the bikini line, making sure that that's completely clean. And then I like to personally shave the labia myself, because that area doesn't get, for me at least, it doesn't get ingrown hairs and bumps and whatnot. I mainly focus on the top area. And that for me has been great. And usually, like I said, I'll use the entire box for that area because my hair is super, super thick. But because I did mine about 2 weeks in, so my hair wasn't as thick as normal, and also because I am becoming a pro, I was able to get more hair off using less strips, which is great. Personally, I love the Flamingo Pubic Hair Wax Kit because I feel like it's a super easy way to feel empowered by yourself at home. Like, the fact that I can wax my own vagina makes me feel so empowered. I feel like the world is mine and that I can conquer it. And also, it's a great way to lower costs because it's not that expensive at all, and you can get it at your local Target or you can order it online. So it's really, really accessible, and I feel like the way that it's made is perfect for all body types and specific hair needs. So I really hope that you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, feedback, please be sure to leave them in the comment section below. If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button and that bell icon so you know my next video goes live. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time.